Hi and welcome to another video from the Carp YouTube channel. It's been ages since I managed to get to a tackle shop and get some new line, but I finally managed to do it now we're out of lockdown. So we're going to take a look at how to spool a carp reel. Now this is the old line on this. I'm going to take it off, reload some new stuff on, and I'll show you how I do it. Okay, so first off we've got to get the old line off. There's no really easy way to do this. I just open the bail arm like so, prop the rod up against the wall, and then just start winding it around my hand until it's all gone. So I'm basically going to sit here and do this until there's no line left on the reel. It takes a while, unfortunately, but you know, it is what it is. If anybody's got a better way of getting line off your spool than doing this, then please share this with me, because I've been doing it this way all my life. Right, by the magic of YouTube, this is now done, and there it is. That's my line off. I've removed it all. I'm going to take it off my fingers, take the remaining end and just tie it off a few times, and then it's going in the bin basically. And there we go. That's my excess line in the bin. Okay, first tip for spooling your carp reels: use backing line. As you can see, there's a little bit of tape over the line that's underneath on this spool. Brought it up so that it takes about 200 yards of line out of a 1,000-yard spool, so I can spool 2 or 3 reels more than once. That works out quite well, quite cheap. If you're fishing a long way out, if you've got a rowboat, then obviously you're going to use the whole spool, but having the backing line on is a really good saver. Make sure you put some on. Right, let's get some line out and see if we can get it spooled up. Okay, so today I'm spooling my Ultegra 5500s with this stuff, Pro Light Blend from Gardner. I've used it before and it's not a bad line, and it's basically all they had in the shop at the time as well. So let's get it open. There we go. The only thing I do when I'm spooling my line, apart from use the butt section of my rod, I'll go through the butt ring and tie the line to the spool. The only thing I worry about is which way up the spool is, and you want it upright with the label facing upwards. And the reason you want it like that is because you want the line coming off anti-clockwise as it comes off. You don't want it going clockwise, because that's where you get your line twist from. So anti-clockwise on the way off. Always make sure your spool is facing upwards with the label on it, and if you do that, just wind it on and it'll be fine. Let me put this on the floor and I'll thread through the butt ring. We'll start getting the line on the reel. Okay, so I've come through the butt ring with the line. This end's going to the spool on the floor, this end's coming to my reel. I've opened the bail arm and then I've tied the line to the spool, and what I've done is I've put a knot right at the back of the spool. You can see that, so it's tucked right in against this edge of the spool. Okay, so with the line tied on the spool, the knot on the bottom right in against the rim, I've flicked the bail arm back over and I've put a few turns of line on just to get it started, and then I'm going to wind it on under tension. Keep the butt ring of the rod over the spool of line as it's coming off, so as it's coiling off anti-clockwise, it's just going straight upwards. That way your spool will stay on the floor in the right place, and it won't get it won't end up like whizzing round all over the floor, which has happened to me a few times. Now I like to use a towel. Just grab the tea towel out of my fishing bag and I'm just gonna run the line through that. That's so I don't burn myself, because you know, if you're putting line on under tension and you're doing it quite fast, you can quite often get friction burns, and it's just a case of winding the line on. It's coming off the spool anti-clockwise and going straight on the spool, and that should work fine. And there we go. And there's my spool, all spooled up. I've taken it right to the lip, and that's my reel spooled up. All I need to do now is retackle this rod and it's good to go. And that's my carp reel all spooled up. That's how to spool the carp reel. No line twist, ready to go. All I've got to do is thread it through the eyes, tie my rig back on, and I'm ready to go. I'm going to be using an inline lead on this one, and that's in the top corner. You want to know how to set up an inline lead, and the actual rig I'm using with that inline lead is there. Check them out, and I'll see you again soon. Tight lines.